can't. Jill is here. Jill. Hi, Jill.
Good morning, Teddy.
Morning. And Christina. Hi, love. Hey, guys. It looks like it might just be us, the three of us, on this Christmas Eve morning. Happy Christmas.
Lucky us.
Lucky you. All right. Let's do the thing. Make sure you guys can see me. I'll pin myself to the main part. There's Ruby. Bye, honey. Love you. Okay. I'm gonna mute you guys just in case anyone else decides to join, then they'll automatically be muted. And then you're welcome to keep your video on. Oh, there's my mom. Yay. Hi, Mom. You can keep your video on, turn it off, whatever works best for you. And let's just go ahead and get started in a comfortable seated position. So kneeling is what I'm gonna do. You can do whatever you want. Sit cross-legged, sit up on top of a pillow, bolster, block, whatever you've got at home. And just find your own personal seated meditation. So if you want to stretch a little bit for a moment, go for it. Eventually just settle in, find stillness. So take just a moment, close your eyes. And just feel into the rise and fall of your breath. So right away, go into your breath. So letting go of everything around, kind of the chaos that surrounds this state, as everything is kind of hyping up, and just allow yourself to go inward, allow yourself to go slow, breathe slow, and to simply just notice how you feel what's inside of you. So let's very intentionally, next time we breathe in, let's fill it as big as we can. And then hold at the very top of that inhale. See if you can sip in a little bit extra at the top. And then big sigh, release. Ah. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up. Maybe you sit a little taller, just feel as if you take up more space on the inside even. Hold. And when you're ready, sigh it out, let it go. Ah. And one more time. So biggest inhale of your Christmas Eve morning. And when you're ready, open mouth, sigh to release. Ah. right, seal your lips now and start to cultivate Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. Whenever you're ready, you can take your Ujjayi breath with you. Come forward onto hands and knees and just start to move around. So maybe you start with, I'm circling my hips. You might take regular cat-cows. Maybe you want to sit back into a child's pose. So no right or wrong here, just intuitively, mindfully exploring how your body feels this morning. When I practice closer to morning time, there seems to be a little bit more to notice. How did you sleep last night and what can you feel from that? How does your spine feel, your low back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, neck? So just tuning into everything that's there. When all the while your big spacious breaths are moving and flowing through. Yay, we got some more peeps. So happy to see you, Mary and Nils and Alexia and who is iPad? I'm not even sure. Who is that? Glad you're all here. All right, let's find our way back to downward facing dog. So in your own time, down dog. And just give yourself a moment to be in your dog pose. So you can pedal out your heels, you can shift your weight around, shake your head yes or no. So especially in this first down dog, maybe you bring a bigger bend into your knees than usual, and then focus on lengthening from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. If you can keep that length and you want to pedal out your heels or work your legs towards straight, go for it. Sometimes I like to pick up my toes and spread them apart. So even with my heels lifted, I can pick up my toes, spread them, and then I feel more of a stretch down the backs of my legs. So just explore, get curious, notice, feel, and observe. That's what this practice is all about. Big, spacious breaths. Give yourself just a couple more rounds in your dog pose. Fingers spreading nice and wide, lifting from your center. And then really feel your breath moving through, expanding and contracting. So use your breath to hold you, to support you. Take one more inhale into your down dog. And then as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Let's go straight into our halfway lift. So once you've arrived, inhale, lift halfway and lengthen. Exhale, let it go and bow. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, halfway lift. So crown of your head reaches forward, tops of your thighs press back, sit bones broaden. Exhale, fold, let it go. Now from the press of your feet, lead with your heart. So come through your halfway lift and rise all the way to stand. Inhale, stretch your arms up, gaze up. Hands to your heart center, exhale. All right, flow with your breath. Inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, take your slow swan dive down. So heart leads, hinge at your hips, and then all the way down. Neck relaxes at the bottom. Inhale to a spinal extension. So big, spacious inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, bow and fold. From the press of your feet, take it all the way up. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do one more round like that. This is your half sun salute. Inhale, reach up. We're just saying hello to the day. Exhale, bow slowly. Dive down. With your inhalation, nice and long, extend through your spine. It's like you're looking over the edge of a diving board. Keep your gaze down. Exhale, fold, bow in. Now from the press of your feet, rise up, heart leads. Inhale, stretch tall, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, let's get into it. Inhale, take your arms up. And then as you exhale, chair plane. So bend your knees and swing your arms back. So it's just like a regular chair, but your arms are swinging back behind you. Keep a little bend in your elbows, palms face each other or palms face down, and then try to squeeze your elbows towards each other behind your back. So feel your back muscles firing. Weight is in your heels, your butt is reaching back. Your heart is slightly lifted, like you're doing a little cobra pose in your chest. Take one more round. And then as you inhale, push into your feet, rise up and open up. Arcing Tadasana, so open your heart, cactus your arms. As you exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your third eye center and slowly dive down, forward fold. With your inhalation, come to a halfway lift position. And as you exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank or modified plank. Take an inhale at the top and push the ground away, maybe even a little tiny rock forward, turn on your tippy toes. Exhale, lower halfway down. Don't let your belly drop, don't let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, push back up. Do that again, one more time like that, halfway down, exhale. Inhale, push up. And then slow as you can go all the way to your belly. Inhale, back bend of your choice. So I'm gonna go for Spider-Man Cobra, it's my baby. You can take baby cobra, full cobra, up dog. Give yourself a couple rounds, maybe gaze to one side and then the other, move around a little bit on your own. Whenever you feel complete here, downward facing dog is our destination. All right, friends, back to your dog pose. Big, spacious breaths. Ujjayi, all the way down from your diaphragm. Next time you inhale, take your right leg to the sky. So give yourself just a moment to really lengthen, push into the ground with your hands, and then press up with your right foot. Keep your hips square, inner thighs face each other for now. I don't care about height. Go for length and strength. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, right knee to your nose, and then step your right foot forward, low lunge. We're gonna bring our back knee down today. So set your back knee down gently. If you need extra cushion, you can fold over the side of your mat or use pillow, sweatshirt, something you've got at home under your back knee. Bring your hands up to your front thigh. Walk your front foot forward just a tiny bit. So your ankle is slightly in front of your knee. And then without letting this left hip turn out to the left, start to ease your way forward. So right butt cheek moves towards your right heel. At the same time, push into your right heel and imagine you're trying to pull your heel back and up towards your right butt cheek. Back inner thigh, so your left inner thigh is rotating in and up towards the ceiling. Tone your low belly, navel to spine. Stay here or take your arms up. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. So continue to let your hips move forward and down as your spine lengthens and your heart lifts. Breathe here. Soften through your face. Press down through your right heel, energetically pull back. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, setting up for crescent. So now front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot, and then rise when you're ready. Crescent lunge. So front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward. Your legs are strong. You want a strong foundation. So if somebody came and tried to push you over, you wouldn't even move. You're so stable. So you get that by hugging towards midline. Front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward, low belly tones. Feel that. Your back leg should feel just as strong as your front leg, just as powerful. Lift through your chest. Maybe even take your gaze up. Maybe spread your fingers wide. Maybe even a little smile. Take one more inhale. Good job. As you exhale, swing your arms back, hinge forward. So just like we did in our chair plank pose, little baby cobra in your chest, gaze slightly forward. See if you can lean into your front foot and float your back foot off the ground, airplane pose. So a little lift in your heart, square hips. Imagine you're trying to get your back heel level with your front shoulder. You're creating a smiley face shape from the top of your head back to your toes. One more round, back muscles hug your spine. We're gonna land in high mountain, so very top of your yoga mat, arms to the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, inhale, reach up and stretch. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, and we're gonna reach to the right, send your hips to the left. So think of a crescent moon with your body. More weight in your left foot. Hips go left, upper body goes right. Gently pull on your left arm. Keep your left shoulder plugged in, so pull it back and down. Take one more round. Inhale back through center, switch your grip. And then other side, exhale up and over. So more weight in your right foot. Hips move to the right as your upper body reaches to the left. Keep your core slightly engaged, so navel to spine. You want to feel the strength in your left obliques, those left abdominals. As you stretch through your right side, take one more great big breath. Inhale back to center. Just like we did before, exhale, chair plank. So swing your arms back, bend your knees, wave in your heels, little lift in your heart. Back muscles are squeezing around your spine. Shoulder blades hug around your spine. You can absolutely stay here, or this time option to rock forward and float up to your tiptoes. Lift your heels high. You've got your heels lifted. See if you can bend your knees a little more, get lower in your legs. One more round. Everybody set your heels on the ground, arcing Tadasana. Inhale, rise up and open up. Cactus your arms, lift your heart. Exhale, hands to third eye prayer position. Slow dive. All the way down. Halfway lift, nice and long. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank or modified. Inhale at the top. 2 slow motion push-ups. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, push back up. One more, little rock forward, halfway, exhale, hover, hold. Inhale, push up. And then slow as you can go all the way to your belly. Back bend variation of your choice. Couple breaths if you want, and then downward facing dog. Ujjayi, strong, powerful, diaphragmatic breath. Yes, very good. From your dog pose this time, take your left leg to the sky. So hips square, inner thighs face each other. I don't care about height, go for length and strength. So straight, strong, powerful through your left leg. Push the ground away with your fingertips. Lift from your belly button. One more inhale. As you exhale, left knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, then step through low lunge. Back knee comes down very gently. Add extra cushion if you need it. And then bring your hands up to your front thigh. Walk your front foot forward just a tiny bit so your ankle is slightly out in front of your knee. Make sure your right hip doesn't turn out to the right, so keep it facing directly forward. Start to move your left butt cheek forward and down towards your left heel. At the same time, press your left heel down and energetically imagine you're trying to pull it back and up towards your left butt cheek. Your right inner thigh, so this back inner thigh is rotating in and up towards the ceiling. Draw navel to spine. See if you can lengthen your spine more. Maybe lift your heart more. Maybe take your arms to the sky. Couple deep breaths. Hips stay square. Don't let your right hip turn out. Left butt cheek towards your left heel. Your heel presses down and pulls back and up energetically. Take one more inhale. See if you can reach a tiny bit higher. Exhale. Bring your hands to the earth. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. And then rise up to crescent when you're ready. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. Rise up, settle in. Front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward. That's your stability. That's your strong foundation. Feel into it. Back leg is just as powerful as your front leg. Spine long, heart lifted. Maybe your gaze is lifted. Can you feel your breath slow and steady? Take one more inhale. Exhale, swing your arms back, hinge forward. So airplane lunge, just like you've got a little baby cobra in your heart, and then you're leaning forward, start to lean more forward, put all your weight into your front foot, float your back foot off the ground. Heart stays slightly lifted, hips stay square. Visualize a smiley face shape from the top of your head back to your toes. That's your intention. If it's helpful, bend your standing leg more. Take one more round. Next inhale, high mountain. So top of your mat, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's flow. Inhale, high mountain, reach. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale, side body stretch to the right, send your hips to the left. Inhale, come through center. Switch your grip, other side, up and over. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So swing your arms back, maybe float to tiptoes. Inhale, heels on the ground, arcing Tadasana. Rise up, open up, lift your heart. Exhale, prayer hands at your third eye. Take it all the way down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. And exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, pause here. We've got Vashisthasana, side plank this time. Right hand is your base, roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, left arm to the sky. You wanna modify, right knee can come down, no big deal. So it's completely up to you. If your bottom knee is lifted, lift your hips really high, and then everyone take your left arm forward, lengthen your left side. Maybe even float your left leg up. See if you can lift your hips even higher. Push the ground away with your fingertips. Take one more huge breath. And then we're gonna slowly change to the other side. So come through plank or modified plank. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot, where left knee is down to modify, right arm reaches up. If your bottom knee is lifted, lift your hips super high. So we wanna use our obliques rather than putting all of our weight in our shoulder and our wrist. Take your right arm forward, lengthen your right side. Maybe float your right leg up. As you float your right leg up, see if you can lift your hips even higher. One more huge breath. Fullest expression, end of your exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top, push the ground away. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, back bend of your choice. And then just for a moment, child's pose, sit back and rest. So forehead to your mat, hips towards your heels. Breathe all the way down into your low back. See if you can make your breath even bigger, even slower. And then we will meet back in downward facing dog. So in your next breath or two, start transitioning. All right, my friends, from your down dog, next inhale, take your right leg high, three-legged. And then open up your hips. So bend your knee, reach your right knee out and reach your right knee up. So stack right hip on top of left. Right foot should be nice and active. You should be able to feel exactly where it is in space. Press down into your fingertips. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, right knee towards your left elbow, or as close as you can come. Inhale, three-legged dog, extend. You can scorpion your leg if you want. Exhale, right to right. As high as you can get on your right arm. Inhale, three-legged dog. Now exhale, last one, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, then step all the way through low lunge. Bring your hands up to your front thigh. So in a lunge position, hands on your front thigh, kind of lean forward. So as you lean forward, push your hands into your thigh, draw your belly button in and up like you're trying to puff up through your low back. Now from here, you're gonna lean forward, float your back foot off the ground. So you're in a warrior three variation, make your back leg strong and powerful. Hips are square. You can stay here or see if you can take one or both arms forward for your full warrior three. Don't let your spine round. I like to imagine I'm pressing my arms up and my chest down at the same time. Keep your back leg strong. Active weight is easier to hold. Take one more full breath here. End of your exhale, see if you can land in crescent lunge. So step your left toes back, reach your arms up. Inhale, nice work, friends. Exhale, warrior two. So So pivot your back heel down and then open everything up. So right arm forward, left arm back, hips open. Right toes face directly forward, left toes face directly to the left. And then just settle in. Wrap your right butt cheek underneath you and make sure your knee is tracking open toward your pinky toe rather than collapsing toward your big toe. Next time you breathe in, we'll reverse our warrior. So front palm rotates up, reach up, find length, and then start to reach back. Keep bending into your front knee and tracking your front knee towards your pinky toe. Stay connected to your core, so navel to spine. Left side obliques are working. Right side is elongating, stretching. Breathe into that space. Soften your face. Take 2 more rounds. There's a variation you like, you're welcome to go there. Next time you breathe in, cartwheel your arms up, or I should say back into warrior 2. And then straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. So now all 10 of your toes are facing towards the left side of your yoga mat. All right, arms to the sky. Breathe in here. As you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze your spine. If you can, start to reach your hands back, and then maybe in a little back bend, heart lifts up, knuckles reach down, strong through your legs, rooted through your feet. One more inhale. As you exhale, keep your clasp hinge at your hips, slow dive down. So crown towards the ground, butt and knuckles towards the sky. You have to have a lot of power in your legs and connection to your center to hold yourself here. So if it becomes too much and you need to put your hands on the ground for more support, feel free. Got about 3 more breaths. Slow and steady. Work that opening in the front of your shoulders if you've still got your hands clasped. Lift your butt up, reach the crown of your head down as you're working your wide-legged fold. Last couple of rounds. If you do have your hands clasped, end of your next exhale, bring your hands to your low back. Then inhale, everybody halfway lift. So fingertips on the ground, spine parallel to the earth. Walk your hands to the top of your mat, rotate your toes to face forward, coming back into a low lunge. And then we're gonna take it back to 3-legged down dog. So right leg to the sky. Open up your hip again. Absolutely stay here, or option to flip your dog. So right foot comes down behind you, right arm lifts and reaches forward, or maybe right hand behind your head. Press your heart forward, press your hips up, breathe down into your belly. One more huge breath. And then very end of your exhale, come back, regular down dog. Everybody walk it out. Reconnect to your ujjayi. Take a great big inhale here, down dog. And then exhale, gaze forward, step or hop, top of your yoga mat, forward fold. Breathe into your halfway lift. Breathe out, let it go, fold in. Root through your feet all the way to stand. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Take your gaze up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Breath to movement again. Inhale, reach up, grab hold of your left wrist. Exhale, side body stretch to the right, send your hips to the left. Exhale all the way to empty. Inhale through center. Switch your grip. Other side, up and then over. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So bend your knees, swing your arms back, maybe lift to tiptoes. Inhale, heels on the ground, arcing Tadasana. So rise up, open up, lift your heart. Exhale, hands to your third eye. Take it down slowly. Forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. And breathe out, plant your hands, step back to plank, pause here again. All right, this time we're coming down to our forearms. So one arm at a time, lower down, forearm plank. Keep your belly strong as you transition. You can either hold in your forearm plank, or we're going into forearm side plank. Right hand is your base, or right forearm, I should say. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, left arm reaches up. If you want to modify this, left foot can step out in front of you, and you can actually put weight in your foot, so that will help. If you've got your left leg stacked on top of right, you might even try lifting it up. Take your left arm forward and stretch your left side. Press down into the belly of your right forearm. Try not to sink into your shoulder. Take one more huge breath. Slow transition to the left. So left forearm comes down. And come back through your forearm plank. Roll into the baby toe edge of left foot. Right arm up. Hips high. Right arm reaches forward whenever you're ready. Lengthen your right side. Maybe float your right leg up. Lift your hips higher. Push down through your forearm. Try not to sink into your shoulder. Make sure you're still breathing. Big, spacious. One more round. Now listen, end of your exhale, come back to forearm plank. Everybody from forearm plank, walk your toes towards your elbows, coming into dolphin pose. Try not to let your elbows drift apart. Keep pushing down with the belly of your forearms, squeezing your upper arms towards each other. So once you're in your dolphin, you've got about 5 breaths. Hips high, invisible rope connected to your belly button is pulling up towards the ceiling. You can stay where you're at, or you can play with lifting one leg, then the other, maybe even hopping. Make sure your head is not touching the ground. Big, deep breaths. If you're holding regular dolphin, relax your neck. 2 more. You are stronger than your mind tells you you are. Last big breath. Exhale out your mouth if you'd like. Then bring your knees down and rest. Child's pose or maybe embryo pose. So for embryo, your arms just reach back along your sides. You can grab your heels if it's available. Slow down your breath. Next couple of rounds, downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, next inhale, left leg up and back. Now without shifting through hands or shoulders, bend your left knee and open your left hip. So reach your left knee out, reach your left knee up. Feel it stack on top of your right hip. So left hip on top of right, your left hip is just peeling open. Keep your left foot active, take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, left knee to your right elbow. So little twist, shoulders over wrists. Navel to spine, use your core. Inhale, 3-legged dog. You can open your hip again if you want. Exhale, left to left, so as high as you can get on your left arm, aim for your armpit. Inhale, 3-legged dog. And then this time, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly and step through. All right, hands up to your front thigh. The lunge position, hands on your front thigh. Notice if your left hip is shooting out to the left, think of pulling your left hip straight back and squeezing in with your inner thighs. Push your hands into your front thigh and draw your belly button in and up. So you don't want to arch your spine like a cow pose. You almost want to feel like you're rounding through your low back, but then you keep your shoulders nice and broad. Now start to look forward and lean forward as you float your back foot off the ground. Your back leg is going to feel so heavy if you don't engage your muscles. So make your back leg powerful. Press through your back foot. Keep pushing your hands into your front thigh, drawing your belly button in and up. If and only if you want, try to add some arms, maybe reaching forward for your full warrior 3. Make sure you can breathe. Strong through your back leg, long through your spine, connected to your center. Take one more round, your fullest expression. We'll land in crescent lunge, so as soft as you can, step your right toes back, reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2, open it up. So back heel pivots down, left toes face forward, right toes face to the right. Make sure your butt's not sticking out, so you want to wrap your left butt cheek underneath you. Next, inhale, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotates up, reach up and back. Keep the bend in your front knee. Keep tracking your front knee toward your pinky toe. Back leg strong and rooted. Breathe into your left waistline. Imagine you're trying to pull your left ribs up away from your left hip. If there's a variation you like, you're welcome to take it. 2 more rounds. Good work, friends. Next time you inhale, come back to your warrior 2. And then straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Take your arms to the sky on an inhale. This time, exhale, slow dive down. You're gonna take it wherever you would like. So move around as much as you want, or be still and just breathe. Big, slow, steady breaths. Couple more. Next, inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge, and then 3-legged down dog. Take your left leg back and up. Open your left hip, stay here, or flip your dog. Left foot comes down behind you. Left arm reaches forward, heart forward, hips lift. Breathe down into your belly all the way down. 1 more round. End of your exhale, regular down dog. Everybody walk it out. You can take your own vinyasa if you like. Otherwise, take a couple more breaths, walking it out in down dog, or just feeling into your down dog, breathing into it. Take one last huge inhale. And then as you exhale, just set your knees down gently and find your way into a seat. So we're gonna take a seated hip opener today. I'll give you a few options. So we'll go with our right leg first. First option is left foot on the ground with your left knee bent. You can lean back as much as you need to, get your outer right ankle on top of your left knee, and then lift your heart up. This might be where you stay, or you start to work your upper body closer to your legs, your heel closer to your butt. So this is gonna intensify it. It's like you're sandwiching yourself up. Try not to round your back, stay open. If you wanna take it next level, you can keep your bottom leg straight, sit up tall, maybe even work with a forward fold, or double pigeon fire lock. So right shin on top, or it doesn't really matter, just as long as we get both sides. So shin stacked one on top of the other, not like this. So watch this. This is not what I want you to do. This is what a lot of people end up doing for some reason. I want your outer ankle on the inside of your knee, your outer knee on the inside of your ankle. Your shins are stacked. You can either sit up tall. If your top knee looks like this, you're sitting up tall. If your top knee is level with your hips, you can work on bowing forward. Everybody, no matter what variation you are in, feet flexed and active, ankles strong. If you're with me in double pigeon and you're like, I still don't really feel anything in my hips, you've got really naturally open hips, then here's your practice. Take your hands to the soles of your feet, push your hands into your feet, and push your feet back into your hands at the same time. So you're working your mobility, but you're also working your stability. You're stabilizing your joints as you stretch your muscles. A lot of times when you've got really, really naturally open hips, some of that is coming from your joints. That's your hypermobility. It's natural. It's nothing you've done wrong or anything, but now you have awareness of it. So start to stabilize more. Take about 3 more breaths on this side, 3 to 5. Soften through your face. Unclench your jaw. Loosen up through your forehead, your eyelids. Take your last big, huge breath. And then ease your way slowly up and out. So you might need to lean back a little bit, uncross your legs, give them a little shake out. Before changing to the other side, let's take reverse tabletop. So feet on the ground with knees bent, feet hips width distance apart, heels pretty much underneath your knees or maybe just slightly forward of your knees. Hands behind you, fingers face towards your hips, spread your fingers wide. Roll your shoulders back and down, lift your heart up, press down into your hands and feet, lift your hips up. Rather than letting your head just fall back, if you want to, you can extend back. Lift your hips. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Hug in with your inner thighs. Stay rooted through the inner edges of your feet. Stay rooted through your thumbs and index. One more inhale. Lift, lift, lift. Open, open, open. And let it go. All right. Let's take our hip opener on the other side. So maybe left on top, or if you did left before, make sure you get your right. Oh, if you're with me, left is on top. Probably the same variation you took on the other side, but if this side feels a lot different, or if you know you've got an injury on one side, always listen to that. Flex your toes back. So what that does, flexing your toes back, it keeps all the little tendons and ligaments in place, so we're not pulling our tendons and ligaments around our ankle joint, around our knee joint. We want to work our muscles, stretch our muscles. Option to press your hands into the soles of your feet if you want that stabilizing. About 5 more big spacious breaths. If you're in a forward fold variation, focus on reaching your butt back, your heart forward. Slow your breath down even more. See if you can make your exhales longer than inhales. Good, friends. Last couple rounds on this side. If you're folded forward, very end of your next exhale, ease your way back up. And then lean back to uncross. Give them a little shake out. Let's take one more, either reverse tabletop, or if you want more intensity this time, straighten your legs and we'll take reverse plank instead, Uttanasana. So feet on the ground with knees bent or legs extended, zip your legs together if your legs are extended. Hands behind you, fingers face towards your hips. Spread your fingers wide, roll your shoulders back and down, puff up through your chest first. You can stay here if you want, otherwise press into your hands, press into your feet, lift your hips up. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Hug in with your inner thighs, press down through thumbs and index. Breathe down into your belly. Try not to let your head just collapse back. Take one more inhale. Lift, 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 and let it go. Come all the way down onto your back now. Hug your knees towards your belly gently and rock side to side. Keep your right knee drawn in and extend your left leg forward. Set it on the ground. Supine spinal twist. Right arm out to the right. Scoot your hips over to the right. Roll over onto your left side. Gaze up or gaze over your right shoulder and send your breath all the way down. So slow, spacious breaths. Soft through your face. Let the ground hold pretty much all of your weight. Take 2 more. End of your exhale, your next exhale, just roll back onto your spine. Adjust your hips so they're straight down from your shoulders, and then hug your right knee all the way up towards your right armpit. So your left leg is still extended. Hands are on the front of your right shin. Squeeze your right knee in and up. Squeeze. Take a big Buddha belly breath. And then turn this into a half happy baby. So sole of your right foot faces the sky. Grab hold. Imagine there's a heavy sandbag on top of your left thigh. Neutral spine. Backs of your shoulders, backs of your hips stay rooted. Pull down with your right arm. Flex your toes and press up through your heel. Take 1 more big breath. Release your right leg. Take it out next to your left leg. Full body stretch. So just for a moment, arms long, legs long. Pull yourself apart. Inhale. Exhale, draw your left knee towards your belly. Move into your supine spinal twist on this side. So left arm reaches out, hips scoot over to the left a little bit as you roll onto your right side. And then send your breath all the way down. So I even like to visualize my breath just moving up and down the length of my spine. Good job, my friends. Couple more on this side. And when you feel pretty even on both sides, do the same thing. So come back to center, neutralize, hips straight down from shoulders, left knee towards your left armpit. Hands around the front of your shin, squeeze in and up. Big Buddha belly breath as you squeeze, and then half happy baby with your left leg. So give yourself a couple rounds of half happy baby, and then if you would like to turn it into a full happy baby, please do. You can rock it out in your happy baby. You can stretch one leg out long and then the other leg, or even both at the same time. And as you guys slowly transition into your Shavasana, so take your time getting there. I'm going to read to you. This is called Ruby Slippers by Jeff Foster. There are no ordinary moments. We have always known this deep, deep down, for we were young once, and we still are. We just pretend to be grown-ups, that's all. Life is still the cosmic adventure it always was. You are perfect exactly as you are. It is not the me that awakens. Awakening cannot enter the story, for it is beyond time and space and cannot be some kind of conclusion for a person. The awakening is from the mirage of me, with its myriad of projects, plans, conclusions, incessant seeking for more, including the image of itself as some kind of Wizard of Oz, some superhuman, some hyper-awakened being sent down from heaven to save the mortals. For some, awakening is sudden. For many, it is gradual. For all, it is timeless. And for all, the destination is the same. Kansas, source, presence, home. And the destination is the origin. And it all points to this moment exactly as it is right now. Stunningly ordinary, yet as vast as the universe. As rich and as full as the Ganges at sunrise. As precious as that look in your child's eyes. So easily forgotten, so easily remembered. There is no place like home, the present moment. The Emerald City, however colorful and exciting, doesn't even come close to the intimacy and majesty of a single instant of being alive. Only empty promises live in that shining city of light and darkness. And the following of false prophets living and dying for profit. There is no place like home. Click your heels together 3 times and say it. No place like home. And you are already here. For these last few moments, just rest. There is no place like home, and everything you have is already inside of you. You feel that home inside, that sense of belonging to yourself. So I'll leave you guys here just to rest for as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for joining me on Christmas Eve. I love you all so much. Alexia, Christina, Dixie, Jill, Mom, Mary. Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining. Namaste.